week 3 of English 101. I'm very excited to begin the essay writing portion of this class. Last week we were doing a lot with grammar. This week we're kind of delving right into the essay. Now, quick word of warning. Again, these videos are very informal, so I will flub up my wording a little bit here and there, and I might, get off track a little. I'm sorry. We'll just have to deal with it. So I'm going to do the best I can, but as I said, these videos are very informal. All right, so this week we are going to go right into the thesis statement and the 5-paragraph essay. So note, always read through the course objectives and just understand the weekly objectives here as well. Now, I did say we're moving away from grammar. We are doing a little bit of grammar, actually, and you can't get away from it. Unfortunately, in a writing course, we're always going to have to discuss grammar. Can't help it, but I'll try to make it as fun as possible, although learning about grammar, I do realize, is not exactly fun. So let's go into the first portion. All right, so first, obviously, you have a assigned reading, but this week it isn't really assigned reading. It's a video. It will help you. It's only 3 minutes and 43 seconds, not 3 hours and 43 minutes. It's 3 minutes and 43 seconds. So you should be able to handle that. I mean, really, you should be able to handle that. And my expectation is that you watch this little tiny video. All right. So after the reading and resources, we delve right into the content. Now, this is actually a little bit longer than the video, obviously, but I do want you to go through it. I'm going to go through it quickly online with you. Obviously, you guys know how to read, so anyway, so when it says the essay GPS, it's pretty much referring to your goal of the essay. And so when you write, you don't want to drift here and there and everywhere. That means you're going off track. Instead, you have to have a goal in mind, and the goal is known as a thesis statement. Now, a lot of you uploaded your thesis statement during the week 2 video, or just a free write, not really a thesis statement. And sometimes I wrote back saying, but you need to have a point. You need to have a point. The thing is, with thesis statements, you don't just want to give your topic. You want to have a point to the topic. So, for example, you don't want to write something like, I like chocolate ice cream, right? That's lame, okay? Great, you like chocolate ice cream. Who cares? Instead, write something like this. Chocolate ice cream is the best because of these reasons. And then you state the reasons why chocolate ice cream is the best. That has a point. It's a very, I guess, not the best academic topic in the world, but it still has a point, and that's what you need with your thesis statement. And, like the lesson said, it's basically a roadmap of the essay. It just tells readers where you're going to go. Now, thesis statements are always one sentence, topic, and point. Here, it says the first sentence, but in this course, very important, it is the last sentence of the introductory paragraph. I do want to point out that it's very rare that your thesis statement will be the first sentence. Think about why. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Because it tells the reader where you're going to go and what the point is, right? Well, how on earth are you not going to start getting right into the body paragraph if you start with the thesis statement? So basically, you don't really have an introduction. Instead, you want it the last sentence of the introductory paragraph in this class, because you're going to start with your hook in the introduction, and then you're going to move slowly to a thesis statement. And I'll say this later, but your introduction is kind of like a funnel, and you end with your thesis statement, which is your specific topic and point, or points about that topic. In this class, there'll be several points. Note this, thesis statement is never a question. Do not write a question as a thesis statement. That drives me crazy. Or, and this doesn't say it, I believe, in this lesson, do not tell me what you're going to do. Instead, state what the purpose is. You never write, this essay will blah, 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 blah. No. The following explains how blah, 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 blah. No. No, 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 no. You want to have a point. So basically you say, pizza is very healthy because da, 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 da. Okay, that's a thesis statement. The below is going to explain to you why pizzas are very healthy. That's telling me what you plan to do, but it doesn't tell me the point. All right, so make sure you read about parallelisms. It's easier for you to read than to say it. And this basically is, I believe, the same video that this is, but it might be another video. It's helpful to watch this video as, where am I? See, I told you I was going to flub up. This is actually a different video than the assigned video. All right. So I'll probably ramble on a little bit, but this, we're going to be writing the 5-paragraph essay in this course. It's fairly simplistic, so it shouldn't be too intimidating or anxiety producing. Basically, writing your introduction, first paragraph, ending with that thesis statement, topic plus point. First reason why the thesis statement is right. Second reason why the thesis statement is right. Third reason why the thesis is right. Conclusion. If it sounds like a formula, it is. Very formulaic. All right. So that's basically explaining more of that. That's basically explaining more of that. The 5-paragraph essay. And now we're going to get into some of the grammar that we're going to discuss this week, and it's prepositions. Prepositions, I was looking at some of the responses on the quizzes, and some of you were confused, saying that the prepositional phrase was the verb. Prepositional phrases basically explains where things are. So let's look at this basketball. Okay, there's a basketball. The basketball is orange. Where is the basketball? The basketball is in the box. That's showing a location. The word in is a preposition. In the box is a prepositional phrase. The ball is on the box. On the box is the prepositional phrase. On is the preposition. Basically, another way we teach it is if you think about a cloud. The cloud is above the earth. The cloud is in the trees. The cloud is behind the trees. The cloud is over the ocean. All of these are locations, and that's what makes them prepositions, all right? So that's giving you more information about prepositions. More here. I'm not going to go through all of this, but I do want to kind of go through the practice because it's kind of dull just to look at the end, right? The answers. Let's go through some of these ourselves. Okay, Maria is on the bus talking to a friend. Let's look at where the prepositions are. On is a location, right? So where is Maria? She is on the bus, right? That's a location. So that's a prepositional phrase. And this is a preposition. And this also is a preposition to her friend. It sounds a little weird, but to is a location as well. Okay. Let's look at another one. I'm not going to go through each one's, but okay. So let's look at number 5. This is kind of weird, but it starts with a preposition, right? In. So you think of the cloud, it's in something. Or you think of the basketball, it's in the cube. Well, in here is a preposition as well, and this entire thing is a prepositional phrase. In the afternoon. Let's say if we have another preposition. The pilots fly. So this is the subject, right? The pilots fly is the verb. Over, showing a location, is a preposition. Over where? So this is a prepositional phrase. On is a location. Think of the basketball. It's on the cube. On their way. Where to? To is a location, right? To the parade grounds. So in actuality, this has 1, 2, 3, 4 prepositions in that one sentence. And that's a logical sentence. It can happen, see? Okay? So let's do one more. Let's see. Okay. So let's see if you can do this one. So you have the kids. Where are the kids? At the pool. Okay, this one's a little tricky because at the pool is a location, right? You haven't had the predicate. You don't see the predicate yet, right? This is describing where the kids are at the pool. This, if you just stopped it at the pool, it would be a fragment, right? The kids at the pool. That's not a complete sentence. At the pool is describing the kids. So the kids is a subject. What did the kids do? They got. Okay? Got is the simple predicate. It's the verb. The kids got. It's a weird sentence, but it's a complete sentence. So the kids were at the pool, describing the kids. They got, what did they get? In trouble. In trouble is necessary for us to understand got, but it's also a prepositional phrase. In, think of the basketball, it's in the cube, right? Now think of this. For stealing a wallet. Is this a prepositional phrase? Think about it. So let's look at number 9. Yes. All right. So the kids at the pool, describing the kids, got in trouble. In trouble is a prepositional phrase for stealing a wallet. That is also a prepositional phrase. It's tricky. It's very tricky, right? It's not easy, but you'll get the handle of it. Just try to think of the basketball, even though for in this case, it's kind of not, it's the exception that proves the rule. It's not really a location, but in this case, it is a prepositional phrase because it is describing how the kids got in trouble. So sometimes, anyway, but it is a prepositional phrase. Just trust me, all right? All right, so now we have some activities for this week. So let's go ahead and go through some of these activities. So this week, we're going to discuss thesis statements online in the discussions forum. All right? And then, I know this is confusing, but remember last week I told you there are going to be 2 tracks in this course. We have the discussion forum track, and then we have your essay track. Well, this is the beginning of the discussion forum essay track. So this thesis statement is not the thesis statement you're going to use for your final essay assignment. This is the thesis statement you're going to use for the discussion forums, okay? So what you're going to do is choose one of these topics, right? You might need to, you probably should, in fact, I want you to limit the topic, refine it a little, make it a little specific. And the way you do that is you would go to the APUS library or Google Scholar. Those are 2 areas that I'm fine with you looking. If you go to Google Scholar and you're looking for a more academic source, if you add your search terms and then follow that with the word PDF, you're more likely to find something academic. Then I want you to write your specified topic, your argument about that topic, and a 3-point essay map. So basically, like, okay, let's take one. When you own a home, you need to make sure you take care of your gutters, because if you don't, your the mortar in your bricks could become, ruined. You could have mold in the foundation. I'm just guessing this. And the wood or the basement could develop some misty, I don't know. But you see what I'm saying. I'm trying to think of another one. Bananas are good for you because they give you potassium. They are helpful if you have stomach issues, and they are low in sugar. There you go. That makes more sense. Okay. So then what I want you to do is in your critiques, the responses to your classrooms, classmates, I want you to be very specific about helping them, or if you see any issues with the thesis statement, I want you to be specific in your critiques there. All right, let's move on. All right, so you have a quiz this week, and it's basically about thesis statements and the 5-paragraph essay format. Number 1, you should do well if you've read the lesson and you watched this, I think. Number 2, these quizzes are not worth much, so don't worry if you don't get a perfect score. All right? Finally, we have your written assignment. I don't want you to go too crazy with this. Should not be an overly difficult assignment. So there's a sample one here. Let's pull it up. All right. So this is MLA format, and I'm going to upload a video that shows you how to format an essay MLA style. All right. So last name, page number. Here's the information. Instead of Professor Williams, you're going to put Mrs. Driver. All right. So this, you'll write your topic on the top. Then you give your thesis statement. Now look. It has an argument, most important aspects, right? And these are the things that they're going to prove are the most important aspects. Then you're going to tell me what your topic sentences are. Notice here that they have transitions. That's what you're going to use too when you write your body paragraphs. You're going to incorporate transitions with your topic sentences. That is all you have to do this week. That really isn't that much. You shouldn't be overly stressed about it. But if you are, please ask me questions. If you do send me an email, note that sometimes when I respond back to you, you might not get it because you've sent it through the Brightspace email location. Sometimes it's better if you just send me a message inside the classroom. Just make it clear which 101 course you're in. I'm teaching multiple ones right now. And that's about it. I hope all of you have a great week. I hope I didn't randomly talk too much and go off track. And I hope you understood what I was talking about. Anyway, again, have a great week, and I will see you online. Bye.